know, it's been like 2 weeks since I last updated y'all on what's been going on. But before I speak on anything, let's get into the car. So first things first, if you guys been keeping up with the channel, as most of you guys know, I've been door dashing for like the past 5 months, and that's been like the only way I've been staying afloat. That's the only thing I've been using to cover most of my bills. And just 2 weeks ago, your boy got banned. And it's not from what you think it is. I wasn't stealing, I wasn't taking people's orders. I mean, not saying I haven't, but that's not necessarily why I got banned. And I could go into detail, but just know they did an annual background check. And now since your boy got into legal trouble, like I want to say 7 months ago, maybe even less than that, they ended up banning my ass and I got flagged. So that's the first thing I want to update y'all on. And I can't lie, at first your boy was stressed and I was like, how the fuck am I going to cover my bills? How am I going to get shit paid if I don't have an income anymore? And then it hit me. I remembered that my close friend Miguel actually hit me up like maybe a week before I actually got banned. And he asked me if I wanted to work construction with him. And I was kind of sitting in it. I didn't really know what I wanted to do because due to previous versions of myself, once I get a full-time job, I kind of stopped giving a fuck about like staying on my shit in a weird way. And I was kind of worried about falling back into that trap. So I didn't really give him a direct answer up until the point I did get banned. It seems like my mind just starts focusing on other things other than what I've been building upon, you know? And that's the thing that DoorDash did give me. It gave me like flexibility into making money while still doing what the fuck I want to do. And as much as I was worried about losing my flexibility to make money and stay upon my shit, I was like, this is the perfect time to put my determination and all this shit I've been building upon to myself to the test, you know? I was like, if I'm able to do all this on my own time, I can't let another schedule of a full-time job throw me off all of my shit. So I ended up hitting up Miguel and I was like, yo, about that construction job, I think I'm gonna need it now because your boy has no money. And funny enough, I've actually done construction. I did construction flooring for about 4 years straight. And it was way different than what I'm about to speak about because the construction job that Miguel got me actually hired for, and the process went really smooth, bro. I was in and out and just instantly had to start the next day. But anyways, it's a little bit different than what I'm used to because it's stucco. For me, I did flooring and stucco. It's almost kind of similar, but it's more related to walls. And I wish I can give you guys like a more detailed like explanation of what the job is, but I haven't really got into it much yet. But anyways, I ended up getting that job in construction and I've probably worked maybe, I want to say 4 days now. I literally just worked yesterday and I was planning on recording this video yesterday, but I was like, you know what? Now's not the time. I got a whole bunch of shit I got to bust off my plate, but that's besides the point. In the first 2 days, bro, I was not enjoying it because I don't know if you guys know this, but when you start early in like entry construction, you basically got to do all the work that's kind of like bullshit, you know? Like the first day, they had me kind of shadowing another guy just setting up for the day. And he was like one of the mezcla workers. Like he was one of the mixers that do cement. And I was kind of shadowing him for a minute. I didn't really get to help, but I just was watching. And I want to say like halfway through the day, they turned me into like trash picker-upper. Like I basically was the person that was just walking the floor and picking up everyone's trash that they were dropping from the scaffolding. And you know, I was kind of, you know, I was dealing with it because I'm not going to be bitching about something my first fucking day. I was like, hopefully, man, once I show them that I can just do this and not complain, maybe they'll start putting me onto something else. And then day 2 hit. And it kind of started off different. You know, we had to set up and do all that bullshit, the normal shit. But instead of me starting just shadowing someone, they had me wheelbarrow a whole bunch of cement, a whole bunch of fucking 50-pound bags. And I mean, maybe like 6 or 7 of them. And if you guys don't know, that's probably like fucking almost pushing 300 pounds. And your boys, I only weigh 140. And I had to wheelbarrow all these cements up an incline by myself. And bro, let me tell you, that shit was a pain in the ass because just the day before that, me and Miguel did a crazy ass workout. We both each did 1,600 reps. So you can imagine how fucking dead I was and how fucked up my back was trying to wheelbarrow that shit up. The first time I did it, I was able to clear it up by myself. But once I had to do like 2 or 3 more runs of that cement by myself, I had to start asking people for help because that shit was heavy as fuck. And I ended up telling the foreman, I'm like, bro, this is really heavy, dude. I'm going to have to put less in here. And he was like, no, bro, let me show you. If you just put fucking 1 in the back and like 4 in the front, you'll be able to do it no problem. So I was like, all right, man, I'll try it. And this is coming from someone that's like 200 pounds. I'm like, of course you can move that cement like no other. Look how big you are compared to me. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to go try to take his advice, what he told me to do, and I'm going to go try to fucking do it. And and what do you know, when I went to try, I still was fucking struggling with it. And I ended up turning around and I went back to the garage and I threw like 2 or 3 cement bags out. And I was like, you know what? I can't do the amount he's telling me to do. So I'm just going to try to do my body weight. So I want to say like 3 or 4 bags was maybe like 150 pounds. And I was able to get those up no problem. I was like, oh, okay, I can do my body weight, no problem. But once I had to do like 5 or 6 bags, almost 300 pounds, your boy cannot do that for shit. So I ended up doing that for maybe a couple hours. And then after I finished doing that, guess what they had me back doing? Picking up trash. And in my head, I'm like, oh my God, here we go. Time to pick up trash for fucking 5 hours. And that's what ended up happening. I ended up pushing all that cement up that incline. And then for the end of the day, I ended up just picking up trash. And I walked up to Miguel and I was like, bro, I enjoy this job, but I hate that they're making me pick up trash. Because like I mentioned before, when it comes to doing small tasks like that, where your brain's not really engaging and you're just walking around feeling fake busy, because that's kind of what I felt like. Every time I had to pick up trash, I felt like I was being fake busy. Like everyone's all busting ass around me and they look down and I'm just standing around waiting for trash to drop. So like, I did kind of feel useless at first. I was like, bro, I feel like I'm not even like helping anyone out with shit. Yeah, so that ended up happening. That was my first 1 or 2 days. The first day I spent shadowing, picking up trash. The next day I had to move cement and pick up trash. And then fucking yesterday, this is where shit's starting to change. I pulled up and I started helping one of my, I forgot what his name is, but I ended up helping one of my coworkers start setting up for the day. And they actually had me on mezcla fucking mixing. And I keep saying that because I work with a whole bunch of Mexicans and they all speak fluent Spanish. And all I hear them saying is mezcla, more mezcla, mezcla. And if you guys don't know what that means, it just means like mixture, like cement mixture. But they ended up having me shadowing someone doing the mezcla mix. And I already kind of had experience doing that because when I did cement staining and diamond polishing, there was times where we had to make mixtures of cement to like do patchwork and cover in all the cracks. So like, I was like, all right, they're going to have me doing this. And I almost kind of know how to do it already. I already know how to use that big fucking tool that mixes everything together. I forgot what the fuck it's called. Don't mind me. It's been like literally, it's been like 4 years since I've done construction, but like I had to use that tool and I already basically knew how to do everything. I was watching this one guy. He had to just throw maybe like half of a bag into a bucket of water, maybe fill the quarter of the way. And then you mix it. And then you got to add a little bit more water. Then you throw half the fucking bag, the half of the other bag into it. And then you just mix it up with that machine. And I was kind of getting the hang of it. I want to say just like 10 minutes later after someone showing me how to do it, I already had it down. Like I was able to start making buckets myself. And the thing is, after you fill the buckets, you got to like run them to the scaffolding and pull them up like this rope. And that shit was fucking like, as much as it is kind of easy to grab those buckets and move it, once you're putting it on a rope and hanging it and then pulling it down to the people like 7 floors up on scaffolding, that shit is tiring, dude. I was struggling the first couple of buckets of cement I had to do because I want to say after you're done, they're almost pushing like, I want to say like 80 pounds each. But like once you're pulling it on a rope, that shit gets extremely fucking heavy. But I ended up getting all that shit down. I ended up just mixing cement. That's literally what I did all day. And I was so happy because I was like, before I even showed up into work, I was like dreading it because I'm like, oh, okay, gotta wake up at 3 a.m., be there by 5, and then I'm probably gonna be picking up trash for 8 hours. Like I was already dreading it. And in my head, I'm like, I'm already over this shit, man. I already know for a fact they're gonna be having me do more trash picking upping and a whole bunch of shit that I don't enjoy. And it's not even like, it doesn't even entertain me. Like I'm just walking around dreading that I had to pick up trash because it's so, what's the word I'm thinking of? It's just so not stimulating to me. Like I have to be doing more hands-on shit to where I'm not even thinking about the clock, you know? But fucking, that's what ended up happening yesterday. They ended up making me do the cement mixing. And I actually really enjoyed that. That was something that I really am like keen to liking. I'm like, oh, okay, I just got to mix buckets all day, run them up a rope, and do a little bit of more things, like go grab buckets of water, I was like, this is way more better than just being Mr. Trash Guy. Because I realized I hate feeling useless. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I hate feeling like I'm being fake busy. Like, that's what I felt like picking up trash. But that's pretty much what I did yesterday. I just did cement mixing all day, and I was like, this is way better. And the fucking day flew by quick, dude. That whole 8 hours flew by like a fucking breeze. I found myself dreading it in the morning because I was expecting the worst. And then I showed up and I'm like, oh, they're actually having me do something else. Like, oh, I don't have to be Mr. Trash Guy. And it's funny that I was even thinking like that. Like 3 days in, I'm already like kind of dreading it. Like that's not like mentally, that is not good because it's just going to become a drag. But once they ended up having me do other shit, I felt so much better. I was like, thank God I'm not doing bullshit today. Like, I don't like doing the small shit that feels like I'm not contributing to like the workload that everyone else is doing. I'm like looking at people on scaffolding, busting ass, doing all types of shit while I was just sitting there, like kind of waiting for fucking styrofoam to fall. Like, I felt very useless. But that's what I realized. I was like, I felt myself kind of hating and dreading the job just because I didn't want to do that one task. And it was funny. Just 3 days later, or shit, even 2 days later, they had me doing something else. Like, I'm already moving on to other things. So like, I felt like it was permanent only 2 days in, which is very funny. Like, bro, you're only not even 1 week into a job and you're already expecting the worst and you're already dreading showing up. Like, that's not good. But that's pretty much what's been going on this past week, dude. I got back into construction, and it's not the same type of construction I'm used to, but I was finding myself actually enjoying it. Bro, my phone cut out mid-recording due to my phone overheating. And now I have no idea what the fuck I was even talking about. I just been focused on my routine, focused on my goals, getting used to this new like life structure I got going on. Because I don't think I've ever had a full-time job and done all types of other shit while focused on YouTube. So I think I'll make it out alive, guys. But anyways, I hope all you guys watching have a good rest of your day. And I will be back with the next upload. Hopefully it's not going to be 2 weeks either. Because I don't like posting once every 2 weeks. That's not good to me.